Hi all, Mohit this side, and let's get on to the next video, which is like the productivity hacks. Okay, so in this video, we won't be talking about bugs. Okay, so in this video, what we will be doing is instead of that, what we do usually, like finding bugs, how to look for them, and all, I'll be talking about the productivity hacks. Okay, so when I say productivity hacks, it is like you should be doing things in an efficient way. Okay, like I have seen like people literally wasting a lot of time, in doing xyz stuff which is not even required. So, well, I won't say that is not required. It is what their way of learning, and everyone has their own way of learning. So it's all respected, all fine, all good. Okay. But in this particular video, I will be showing some of the tools that I use. Okay. Not for hacking, not for hacking, only for productivity. Because even if you just use some of these tools, if you literally use some of these tools, it can literally put you like from where you are to at least 2x of your version. Yeah, look, you can literally give it a try. And yeah, because these tools I have been using a lot actually, and it really helps me. And if it is helping me, I definitely like 100% I can give you surety that it will help you. Okay, so I will just walk you through, because going forward you will be seeing me using these tools a lot, and it should not be like where all this is coming from. So I want you to be like a transparent thing, and you will be seeing all me using all this. And even if you don't use it, even if you don't use it, it's all fine, all good, don't worry about anything. Okay, even if you can literally skip all this video, this particular, it's all fine. But if you watch through this particular video, you know you can literally stand out in whatever you are doing. It doesn't matter, even for bug bounty or pen testing, web DSAT, whatever. It can literally like increase the way you do things by more than like 300%. And why I'm so sure, I will tell you. Okay, so the first tool that I would be like to talking about is a Detto. Okay, so what is a Detto? Okay, so let's say I am copying things, right? Let's say I copy this, right? And after few days I need this thing. Then what people usually do is they just search on Google again what they have done already, and then they get to get that detail. Or let's say if you are having some multiple copies or something like that, and you want to search in that, right? Then again you will be searching on Google, or let's say you will be searching where you have kept that record and all. So that thing is there, and which causes a lot of time waste, as well as it is lot. I doesn't feel that thing to be more productive, when it comes to actually delegating what you are doing. Okay, so I will show you an example actually, like it will be more helpful for you. Okay, so let's say this is the, what you can say, notepad plus plus, right? So let's say I am working on something, right, and I want to look for open buckets, or I want to like recall the commands that I have used previously, right? So what I can do is I can literally do this shortcut like control shift D for me. I will tell you like how you can do it the same. And I can just search in my history. I can just search for AWS, and it will give me what all things that match to AWS, right? So let's say this is the command that I used previously, so I can just use it here directly, right? So ideally, the way of doing this is you will be going to Google, or then again you will be recalling what search and everything, and even you will be looking at your notes and all, which is great. But I have seen like not making notes for everything is not also possible. And if you can find it in your history, like while you do it, then it's like really really great. Like let's say I want to have a loop, like let's say there is some commands in VI that I use a lot. Okay, so either you can definitely use a VI editor recursive search, or you can literally just have this thing here. Like let's say I want to use, what you can say, the for loop, right? So this I know I have used earlier, right? The for loop. So I will just print, I can just paste it here. I don't have to like search again and again, here and there, and then come back and then do it again. Okay, so this is one thing. And actually on top of it, it's very simple, it's free to use tool. Definitely it will increase the productivity and all, right? And let's say if I want to search like sed command, if I have used that thing earlier, so I will just paste it and it's done, right? Again, if I want to have awk command, right, so I will just get it and print it, right? You can literally just paste it and run it, as simple as that. You don't have to like search in history and all. So that is one thing. And even not only this, like even let's say you have some YouTube and all, and you searched something that links are very important, so you can just search for YouTube where you have copied previously, and you just paste it, right? So that is the thing. And one more thing that I want to show is how you can do it, right? So for Windows it's very simple. You just have to go to Microsoft Store, okay, and here you can just search for Ditto, okay. So let me just type, okay, what happened, okay, typed everything, okay. So you can just search for Ditto and hit enter, and it will open up for you. So this thing which is in purple, okay, you have to open this thing. Sorry, not purple, it's violet, yeah. So that is your tool actually, okay. And the same thing, I don't know like if you can find it on Linux or whatever, because even to access my Linux machine I use it via terminal. So whatever I copy commands and all, it's there in my Ditto clipboard actually, okay. So that is a thing, and I can literally close this, okay. And once you run it, it will be showing something like this on the below, and you can have it options, and you can literally set whatever shortcut you want this to open, right? So I use Control Shift D, and it's really up to you. Just don't mess with the Control C, Control V, or something like that, which can be like overwriting your default things. So make it something unique, and it will literally work for you, okay. And other thing that you can do is you can just increase the number of save copies, so that you can have a good historical data ready with you whenever you are doing anything, okay. So it is a productive thing. It is a like very productive thing, like this is the only tool that I've been using from a like long time, like I remember this tool I have been using from at least like 4 to 5 years now, and it's very great actually, you know so I would recommend, definitely recommend, if you want to like do a good productivity and have a good output in wherever you are. It's not only for bug bounty and all. Wherever you are, this can literally add value, okay. So I would say just use it for like 3 to 4 days, okay, 3 to 4 days, and see it in yourself, guys. Like you will be literally seeing like the updated version of yourself in a day or so, okay, with this. And then there is another app, okay, which is Vimeo. So Vimium is something like what you can say, it's a VI editor, like not exactly the VI editor actually, but it is an extension for Chrome which replicates the command of VI editor. Okay. So what does this thing do? I will show you. Okay, actually. So let's see this in action. So let's say I have this command, right? Let's say I have this terminal. Okay. Then what I would be doing is, let's say I'm searching for something in Google. Let's say google.com, right? And I'm searching for latest version of burp, right? I can hit enter, and literally without going to your mouse, without going to your mouse, you can literally scroll, move up, move down, you know, click on the links like this, okay. And again the new tab will be open. Again you can scroll down, up, or whatever, like the it what it does is, this particular extension changes your browser into VI editor, as simple as that, right? So those who don't know anything about VI editor, all fine, all good, don't worry about it. So this is something like editor in Linux, okay. And it is used a lot, like sooner or later in your Infosec journey or whatever, you have to deal with that thing, okay. So this thing makes it like very easy to actually stick to the basics, like sticking to the controls, sticking to whatever the VI has to offer and everything, right? And let's say if you want to click links, I will just press F, and again it will just showcase you all the possible buttons where you can click, and let's say I want to click on this all editions, right? So I don't have to like shift context from my keyboard to my mouse and then scroll here and there. And so instead of that, I will just say J, and it will open it for you, right? So I don't know why it is not opening. You can even refresh pages, just hit R, it will automatically refresh pages for you. Then scroll down, and again if you just say F, and if you say SK, it will download this. I don't know what it is downloading, or ideally it was bub, but we don't need it, okay. So that way you can literally do things, you don't have to shift the context, and it is very fast, because now you won't see it, in real action, but going forward in my other videos when I use those things, like to close the tabs or even to navigate things or even to open things XYZ and all, it should not be like that. Okay, you won't be seeing cursor moving here and there, and then you will be thinking what is happening, right? So it is not that. And not only for this purpose, actually there is a lot of use cases that I use these tools for. So I will be showing you going forward in all the videos, and you will find it very like value to whatever you are learning, so that is the thing. So yeah, definitely how you can install is, it's very simple. You just have to say vimium extension for Chrome, right? And then here you can just simply go to the first link, and it will automatically open you the view. Okay, so for me it is like remove from Chrome. For you it will be like install, right? So this is very good. Okay, even if you can use it, I would recommend to use it. But if you're not, all fine, all good. It's nothing which is like a which is like a blocker. It's not a, like a blocker. Okay, so let's just get on to the next thing actually. So the other thing that I use a lot is actually the startup apps. Okay, so this is like the underrated thing, and people usually don't use it. But I would recommend, like if you're using things on your machine, like it's your personal machine, then you can literally have things which you really want upfront ready for you. You don't have to like whenever you turn machine on, then you don't have to literally go here and there and start up all the apps. Okay, and why I'm telling you all this, I will tell you. Okay, why I'm telling you all this is because going forward you will be having a tons of different activities that you will be doing with the target. Once you get a target, you will be having like lot of different activities in your mind that will come up, right? And it's a normal tendency. If you have the knowledge, then you try to apply it on whatever domains or targets that you will be having. But the problem is, if you find a hurdle, you know if you find a hurdle, like let's say you have a target, right, and you want to open a burp suit and then intercept the request and all, and if you don't have that, what you can say, cheesy road to open that. When I say cheesy road, it should be so fluent that it is like a button click. you know and if you don't have that, your mind will automatically say, okay, let's not do it. It will start procrastinating. So that should never happen actually when you do bug bounty or something like that, because that's a normal tendency of bug actually. The bug will click in your mind, and after some time it will go away. But even to do that, you should have your, what you can say, assets or your tools handy and ready. Okay, so let's say now I am working on some domain and all, right? I am looking for some authentication and all, right? And if something clicks on me, like, okay, I have to intercept the request and see whatever is going on, then it should not be like I am taking like forever to start burp and then setting up proxy and everything. No, for me it is just a button click. Let's say if I want to open burp, it just opens, right? I just click the shortcut which is there and it just opens. Okay, so we will talk about this thing later. Okay, so I just wanted to like I'll give you all the use cases, and how I do it. Okay, so there are startup apps. Definitely I put all this thing in my startup, like Detto, AutoHotKey, or something, which is important, like running the VM automatically at start. Even if you don't have it, it's all fine. It's not that like super precious thing. Okay, but definitely Ditto, I would recommend to use it. Okay, and then there is like ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT is something which is very new. Okay, and I would recommend to get your hands dirty as fast as possible, because this thing will really help in your journey. Okay, don't consider ChatGPT as your, what you can say, opponent or something like that. It is a value added, given that you have it's like an assistant for you. Even if you don't have a knowledge, the ChatGPT have is had it, and you can just simply use it. you know so let's just, I will show you like how you can use it, because we are going to use it a lot actually going forward, and it just you should know. Okay, so URL is very simple. It's like chat.openai.com. Okay, it's free, simple to use, nothing fancy here, right? So let's say you want to write a report, right? Let's say you want to write a report, or you want to do anything. First I would recommend to just check on ChatGPT. If it gives you the answer, well and good. Well, I'm not saying to find bugs using ChatGPT. No, I'm saying to use ChatGPT to make your life simpler, either in terms of automation, either terms in terms of doing lame things which you don't like, either in terms of things or what you can say tasks which you don't really want to do, for which you have to do procrastinating or something like that. Use ChatGPT, right? So let's say, and don't waste time on writing your own code. That is another thing that I would be saying, because nowadays you can literally get anything in this ChatGPT. Okay, so again, it is a contradictory statement that you will get everything and all. So I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm just saying use it, so that use it very very smartly, so that you don't have to do rework. That's the thing. Okay, and even if you don't know anything, even if you don't know anything, this is the place where you can literally start, like even coding, or let's say even small automations, anything you can literally do it here. Okay, so let's say you want to write a report, right? I'm not saying like just copy paste everything, but everyone has that tendency where people write reports, right? But those are not as good as what I have seen. Okay, so you can get a basic template from here. You can just ask him to give me a vulnerability, okay, report for auth bypass. Make it simple. Okay, so see, this is a proper report, right? It will give you a description, affected components, and everything. But I'm not saying to like just blindly copy paste all this thing. No, I'm just saying use it for your, what you can say, skill enhancement, or maybe doing lame stuffs which you don't want to do, right? That way. And even you can literally use it for coding, you know like there are tons of use cases actually that going forward we will be seeing, and we will be seeing it a lot actually. So let's say you have this youtube.com, right? And then there are people who want to literally have numbers like one. So let's say this, forget youtube.com actually. I just wanted to show you an API. Let's say this is an API, right? And you want to have some more, what you can say, API targets like this, and this, you know then for you there are two possible ways. Either you can write a script which will do generate all these URLs for you. Okay, this is not a bug actually. Okay, this is not a bug. I'm just showing you how you can literally use that thing. Okay, even if you don't know anything. Okay, so you can just pass this thing to ChatGPT. Okay, saying that, okay, I have below pattern of the URL. Okay, please please give me next 10 URLs. Okay, so it will automatically identify the pattern, guys. Like, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it will automatically give. And then if you can ask him, like, give me a CMD command that can generate next, or that can generate 50 such URLs. Okay, so here it will automatically give you the command, right? It will start from 1 to 50, incrementing it by 1, and it will do it for you. Okay, so if I run this code, if I run this code, you will get it. Okay, so I'll just go to my C directory actually. Okay, let's go to have directory, and then I have some tools actually I wanted to show you. Whoops, okay, so let's just go to this one. Okay, so let's say I have CMD here, and I paste it. Okay, so actually it just gave me a script, so I don't want a script actually. So just ask him to give something else. Give me the direct command line, not the script. Okay, so there you go. You have it. You copy it. You close this thing. You do CMD. You paste it, and boom. It will automatically give you guys, like, see, I am not like good coder when it comes to CMD or something like that. I'm a good coder in Linux or something like that, but I don't usually use CMD commands. But if I want to do it, I can literally do it, right? As simple as that. Even if you say give me the same in Python, it will give it for you. Okay, so that is the beauty. Like, even if you don't know anything when it comes to like coding or doing small bits and pieces automation, then use this thing, use it a lot. Okay, use it as your what you can say, maybe some assistant, slave, or whatever you call it. Okay, but try to use it because this will literally help you. Okay, so that was just the chat GPT thing. And then next is AutoHotKey. Okay, so AutoHotKey is like one of the other tool which I really use for productivity. Okay, and I will tell you why I use it actually. Okay, so this tool is like also really great, and I have been using it a lot actually, because here I can literally modify my keyboard, what you can say, combinations. So, and there are some, what you can say, really decent scripts that they provide, which you can literally use. And the best part is this is also free. Okay, so let's say if I want to go back on whatever screen I was in. Mac, it is a pain. You have to just worry about putting command tab and xyz and all. Even in Windows, it's not that easy. You have to play around multiple windows. But here I have like this auto hotkey configured, so that if I just double click certain button, I will be going back to my previous page, right? And then again back to this thing. And it is very helpful, guys. You won't get it right now, but once you start doing things on scale, once you have like tons of things to do, all this thing will actually add value and literally save a ton of your time. you know so, well, it's again up to you. If you want to use it, all fine, all good. If you don't, that is also fine. Okay, so if you see this auto hotkey I have configured actually, and I will show you like this thing how I configured. Okay, so let me just find the auto hotkey where it is. So I have installed this thing actually, auto hotkey, and I will show you like where you can find this. It's like not that rocket science thing. Okay, so here if you see, it is running in background, and I have already added this thing to startup, so that every time the machine boots up, it automatically loads up. Okay, so the thing is, let me just show you how I establish this. So here actually you have to create a script. Okay, and it's like very lame script, guys. It's not like any fancy. So if you see, if I do edit, right, so here you just have to give the button. Okay, like this hash stands for something like CMD, like the Windows button. Yeah, so if I do Windows N, it will open up a putty session. If I do Windows 2, it will open another putty session. you know and again, if let's say, because these are my VM machines, if I have configured that way, that if I just put Windows N, I am already logged into my VM. Okay, so I will just show you. If I say control N, it's like this, right? And this is my machine where I can literally do all my Linux and stuff. Okay, let's say if I say hack, right, I will go to one of my directory, right? And this is again like if I do again Windows N, I will be again opening my what you can say, putty session. Because ideally, if this is not there, right, then what I have to do is I have to go back to my virtual machine. I have to go and log in, right? Username is admin. Okay, I even never logged into this thing from long. I just use my shortcuts. So let me just see what is the password now. Okay, awesome. So now I have to go into this, right? It will load. It will take some time to load, and then I will open the terminal there, and then I will be doing commands and all, right? So I don't find all this thing to just, it's like wasting time. Uh, so instead of having all that, what I can do is I can just simply do Windows and it will open up a terminal for me, right? Again, if it doesn't work for you, all fine, all good. It is not a mandatory thing, right? Like ideally I'll be coming here and then I'm opening terminal, right? And again, this is a VM, so whatever you do here, right, it won't add up to your Ditto or copy things from here to there. So that is the thing. So I will just minimize this because I never use the GUI version of that thing, you know. So that is the beauty, guys. That is the beauty of this AutoHot key. You can literally map any of your shortcuts with any of your program. Okay, so even like I have freed directory search. I won't recommend. Okay, don't do that. Okay, and even don't do anything. You know, don't do anything. I'm just showcasing how I use things for productivity because this is what I've been doing. You know, after a certain amount of time, you don't want to do stuff which you already did, right? So you don't want to stuff waste time on like opening tools or something which is very very important. You know, so that way you have to do actually. Okay, then again that I showed, right? If I press certain buttons, I will be back to my previous window, right? So that is this setting. Okay, so if I just do this, I open get back to this my VMware. If I do this again, I'll be out of this VM. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, and yeah guys, if you need this thing or whatever, I'll be sharing that in this video below. You can get it from there. Okay, but I would not say that just put all your energies, efforts and everything doing all this, because this you'll eventually learn. You know, it's just you have this thing should be there in top of your mind, that if you are scaling, then you have to scale smart. You know, you have to literally have things handy and really really handy. Okay, so that is the thing. And yeah guys, even if you don't have it, it's all fine, you know. So I use this mostly for my recent directories or most used program that I have, like burp suite or VMware or logging into VM. So I have very like very very decent shortcut for them, and that helps me keep all things very very like on my fingertips, right? Let's say I want to go to a directory where I usually hack, so I will just press buttons and I will be there, right? Because I hack there, you know, on this one. Then let's say if I want to log into my I need Linux machine, then I will just say this button and it's there. Let's say I want to run burp, right? Then I will press another button and burp is there, right? So that is the power of like auto hotkey. Even if you have it, all fine. If you don't have it, it is also fine. It is not something that is of what you can say really really mandatory, but it will save a decent amount of time. But Ditto, I would definitely recommend you to just get started with this, and it's a very a decent tool actually, you know. So that was some of the tools that I wanted to share from the productivity hacker point, you know. And then there are certain tools which we will be using for actual bug bounty and pen testing and hacking and all, you know. So that tools I'll be showing possibly in next video, or maybe down the line you will be finding it. Okay, so yeah, see you guys on the other side. Take care, bye.